Hey everybody, Cannon here from More Technologies. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to design snap mount inserts in Onshape. Snap mounts are basically a standardized way to mount things to the MOREbot ecosystem. All it takes is these two little insert tabs on the side of a part, and you've got something that you can snap onto your robot. And this might not make sense why we made this at first, but the reason is designing a thing that can snap onto wooden dowels can be pretty tough, and so we designed this to make it a lot easier, a lot simpler. So here are the dimensions for a snap mount. Basically, it's two rectangles connected to whatever you want to mount. The rectangles are 1/4 of an inch wide, 1/4 inch apart, 1/3 of an inch long, and 1/8 of an inch tall. So let's just go ahead and make something that has that. First, I'm going to start by creating a sketch and selecting the top plane. And I'm going to rotate it just a little bit. Okay, so let's say I have this rectangle part that I want to mount, and it is 2 inches, and I won't make it wide yet. Actually, let's go ahead and make it 1 inch wide. So here's this part that I want to mount. Let's say I'm going to design a mount for a sensor that has specific holes on it. I'm going to start by coming down to this drop down and selecting corner rectangle. The hotkey for that is G. So you notice when I hover over this line, it turns yellow. So I'm going to let it do that. Click once, drag the rectangle over just a little bit, and click one more time. Now go ahead and hit the escape button, and now I've got this little blue rectangle. Now I want this blue rectangle to have the same dimensions as one of these. So I'm going to start by hitting the dimension tool, and I'm going to select the first part, and I'm going to type in 0.25. And then I'm going to select the other edge, and I'm going to say 0.33. So now we have a rectangle that's the right shape, but we need to make it the right width, and we need to make another one. So I'm going to use the mirror tool, which is super useful. It's this button right here. So select mirror. Then you're going to select the center line right here, and then just go ahead and highlight over our rectangle. And push the escape button. So now we have our two rectangles. We just need to define how far apart they are. Now if you remember from the dimensions, it is 1/4 of an inch apart. So I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to hit the dimension tool. I'm going to select that line and that line. Click again and type in 0.25. And there you have it. There are your snap mount inserts. Now if I wanted to add them to the other side, I could just hit the mirror button again, select this center line, and then highlight over these two. And there we go. Now, if you want to design it so that you can put zip tie holes inside of it, what you can do is select line and then click on construction. Hover over the center point of this line and drag it to the center point of this line. Then come over here and select center point rectangle. Hover over the midpoint of this line. Drag it out. And then select that and type 0.125 by 0.125. And we'll go ahead and repeat the last steps for mirroring. I'm going to select that mirror line, select that square I just drew, exit out, hit mirror again, select the center mirror line. I'm going to select that one, and there we go. Now I have my tabs on both sides, so whatever we design here can be mounted with snap mounts. Now I'm going to go ahead and just design some kind of hole pattern in the middle here, just so we have it. And I'm going to make each of these holes equal. And again, this isn't necessary. All that matters is that you we're just going to leave those spaced out. There we go. That's fine. Okay, so I'm going to hit the check mark. Now I've got my sketch here, and to create a 3D object, I need to extrude it. So I'm going to click the extrude button, and then I'm going to select my sketch. And that's way too tall, so we're going to type in 0.125 right there. And hit the check mark. So there we have a part that's ready to insert inside snap mounts. One thing I would recommend doing is selecting the fillet button and filleting each of these edges. So I'm going to go ahead and select them all, then type in the correct number. Okay, and then just type in 0.05. And you get a nice little curve on the end of this. I like to standardize the size of fillets that I do across everything. I usually use 0.05, and you can use them on like the corners of whatever you do. doesn't really matter, this part of it. And if I wanted to add on to my mount, let me select it. You can drag this arrow and change how deep that fillet is. And now that I've got kind of my insert base, I could design up off that. I could hit sketch, select the top of that, and I could design... I could add a ring or something around it, around the center part. There's a lot that you could do with it. It's up to you, but the main thing to learn is that that's how you design those insert pieces. But yeah, this is all there is to designing parts that work with the snap mount. I don't know what this part could be. It could be maybe something that holds a pencil. But yeah, good luck. If you create something, please, please, please upload it to MakerPlace so that other people can make it too. If you go to the Make section, right here you can just select New Part, and you can create something new. So just title it, add a zip file with the files, and then other people can make it. All right, can't wait to see what you make.